There are reasons why some call the United States Senate the world's most deliberative body. One of them is the filibuster.
In the Senate of the United States, legislation can't pass with just a simple majority.
They have what we call a supermajority cloture rule.
The higher threshold to proceed to a Senate vote was established so the minority party can help influence and craft legislation. The filibuster has been around in some form since the mid-1800s, when senators used it to protect slavery. In the 1950s and 60s, it was used to stall civil rights legislation.
Definitely plan to have a march on Washington if there is a filibuster.
When people who supported segregation would filibuster civil rights and voting rights bills, they would have to sleep on cots outside the Senate floor because there could be a vote at any time.
That was when the minority had to carry out what is called a talking filibuster.
Okay, if you care so much about this bill, hold the floor, offer debate, offer proposals, offer amendments, do obstructive motions, what have you. Put your money where your mouth is, really show up.
The Senate changed the filibuster rules in 1975 to eliminate the need to keep talking. Instead, 3/5, 60 of the current 100 senators have to agree to end debate on an issue in order to hold a vote. Having served in the Senate for 36 years, Joe Biden has supported keeping the filibuster. In an exclusive interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos, now President Biden admits moving his agenda forward may mean modifying how the Senate operates.
The filibuster, you had to stand up and command the floor. And you had to keep talking alone. You couldn't call for, no one could say, quorum call. Once you stopped talking, you lost that, and someone could move in and say, I moved the question of. So you got to work for the filibuster.
Biden's suggestion conjures images from the 1939 classic film Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, when a senator filibusters by talking the issue nonstop.
No, sir, I will not yield.
Changing or eliminating the filibuster requires just a simple majority vote. While Democrats have the slimmest of majorities, not all are on board.
The 60-vote rule was there for a purpose. Our founding fathers said we should come together, we should cool down, come together.
Joe Manchin, the most conservative of the 50 Senate Democrats, has said he would never eliminate the filibuster. But he agreed with Biden about reviving the talking filibuster to, in his words, make it a little bit more painful. Filibuster rules were altered twice in the last decade to make it easier to confirm presidential nominees. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says Democrats will rue further changes.
As soon as Republicans wound up back in the saddle, we wouldn't just erase every liberal change that hurt the country. We'd strengthen America with all kinds of conservative policies with zero input from the other side.
Biden-backed legislation on immigration reform and voting rights will soon test whether today's filibuster survives. Steve Reddish, VOA News, Washington.
Mr. Baldwin, Mr. Barrasso, Mr. Bennett, Mrs. Blackburn, Mr. Blumenthal, Mr. Blunt, Mr. Booker.